Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my channel. This is my recap video of when I went to Tricon earlier this year. It's the Tri-State Comic Con for Huntington, West Virginia, you know, the Tri-State area here. And I bought a lot of stuff, which I will be showing to you. But first, here is a slideshow, not very long one, of pictures that I took while I was there of various cosplayers and some interesting stuff. So, as they say, on with the show. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is now time for my Tricon recap and haul for 2019. Tricon was a Comic-Con for the Tri-State area. It's located here in Huntington, West Virginia. And it's been here, as you can see, 8 years of family fun, but it was sold to this group, the Inner Geek. They have stores in several locations in this area. Bew Smith, Corey Smith, Ryback, George Krona, and I can't pronounce that name. Those people were there this year. It was a day only. That's why it was, $10 for general admission and $25 for VIP, but I never did get the VIP. But there's going to be a different Comic-Con next year, new name, and it'll be 2 days long, so that means that the general admission will probably be higher than it was with Tricon. But, that's okay. That means there's a chance of, more guests or better guests. Now, these are some pictures that I purchased from Mike W. Belcher, Man in the Mask. This is his character, his comic. Even autographed it right there. Even autographed this one right down here. It's pretty cool. And these are his books. Is There a Man in the Mask? By Mike W. Belcher. Should have kept your nose out of their business, pal. Now you get to deal with me. Help! And this is really nice because, as you can see, the artwork is not from present year. Even the detailing of, you know, the thug is not present year. This is from a long time ago. This is artwork that is no longer used except by Mike W. Belcher. This is the very first publication he put out, called Man in the Mask Emerging from the Shadow. It's a trade paperback. And he autographed it there, and even drew a little, drew his character right there. This is apparently what got it all started off. He told me that he did this because he was unhappy with the way comic books were going. So he wanted to do something about it. This gives me the Captain America Bucky feel right there. And I just love the artwork and the detailing of these characters. And I forget her name. It's in one of these books. It's just beautiful artwork. And as you can see, you know, this story is not entirely, you know, all positive. It's got some hardships in there. I can tell just by looking. This is a prelude of Man in the Mask. Basically, I think tells how everything got started for the character. And back here gives some details about the different characters. I think it's pretty cool. And then here is the very first issue of his series, Man in the Mask. It feels like 40 pages. I think I paid $5 for it, which is fine with me. Because, you know, today for $5 you don't get much when it comes to comic books, it seems. It's autographed right there, if you can see. And his art style is just fun. It's refreshing to me. And there's I think that's the same character again. And it's just beautiful artwork. Now, most of the books I'm going to show you are from Broken Icon Comics, but not this one. This is called Heart Spark by Mike Mallory. I want to say Mallory, but that just doesn't sound right. It's a novel. This is what it says here on the back. Bounty and bounty hunters, an intergalactic courier with a special package to deliver. A mysterious black hole poised to devour the last world in the star system. Chaos ensues, but all is not what it seems. As the planet crumbles around them, the quest for legacies is just beginning. This is on Crescent Books. You can go to crescentbooks.com there's the URL, and I will also have that in the description. All the information will be in the description about as much as I can provide. And this is a companion guide, which was a Tricon exclusive. Goes into detail about the different places and events of the story. It's really cool. And then the graphics are very nice. Oh, it says that you can also find the Heartspark on Amazon as well. And there's the author, Mike Mallory. And here's the back of advertising Crescent Books. I guess they've got a lot of different titles there. Now, this next one you may have heard of. I know you've certainly heard of the company. This is from Image Comics, Dark Kingdom. This is a horror comic, and I'm not into horror comics. However, I purchased this and other horror comics to support the writers and the artists, you know, the people who create these comics, because these are indie creators. Plus, this was autographed for me. Isn't that cool? Also, a common thread today in comic books is that the cover does not reflect the story. And well, this one right here, this cover, it reflects the story very much so. Alright, this is the first one that's on Broken Icon Comics. It's called Michelle, #1. This is an angelic type figure standing in the middle of a pentagram. And it's created, written, and drawn by Chad M. Stroll. I don't think this one is on Broken Icon Comics. However, this name is on some other books that I bought. This gives the address of his webpage, www.chadstroll.wordpress.com. That link will be in the description. Now, he also worked on this book, which was released on Broken Icon Comics. This is most certainly a horror type comic, and also got that one autographed. I thought it was pretty cool. Starts right in with the action. No intro, no nothing, till you get to about page 5, and it tells you who worked on the book. Chad M. Stroll, writer. Adam Kimmel Lake, art with Fabio Gum. I can't pronounce that last name, but it's got, I can't figure out what the artist was going for, but I think it's a distinction between light and dark, and by that I mean good and evil, although I could be mistaken. And this one was also published on Broken Icon Comics. It's very short. It's called Stride by Jodie Springer, Christopher Herdman, and lettering by Justin Birch. It's It's black and white, dark. It gets right into the action. No waiting around for that. And I'm not sure if this was just a one shot or if it's meant to introduce a new series or what. This one is much thicker. It's also on Broken Icon Comics. It's called SPF. I love the cover, which is actually what drew me to this book. She reminds me of Raven from the new Teen Titans that was done by Marv Wolfman in the 1980s. Writing James Maddox, Dan Mosser. Illustrations Rob Domo, and James Maddox is chief editor for Broken Icon Comics, and Rob Domo is art director. It's also black and white, but it's more, I don't know, it's not as dark, possibly to give more attention to the details of the characters. I could be mistaken, but just look at that. Wow! I mean, and there she is again on the ground, and then somebody's caught her. I swear that looks like a Cupid or a fairy. I mean, these are independent creators putting out these stories that you probably haven't heard of before. Now, you have heard of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, and you have heard of IDW. However, this was a comic that I could have gotten any cover of. I know you're saying, well, variants are a dime a dozen these days. Yeah, they are, but this one's autographed, and this is also a Tricon exclusive because that's the Tricon logo there in the bottom right hand corner. It says Tricon and Roma Collectibles. So I got this. This is another one that's autographed, and just like this publisher's cut of Mallory #1. It's autographed. And that is it was autographed by Amanda Scharf. I hope I didn't butcher that name. Who did the artwork on this. The story is by Erick Watkins, who is also the director of Ops for Broken Icon Comics. Written by Jodie Spriger. This being the director's cut, I imagine that's why there's not as much shading in here. I could be mistaken, although I don't know. I kind of like that pose. It just looks like he's being a little bit of a smart aleck there. That's the first time I've ever had a director's cut. This is Mallory #2. Very nice cover. Gets right into the action. Somebody's swinging and somebody's running. Not necessarily a horror comic, I think. Though I will say that horror comics seem to be very popular among the creators at Tricon, from what I witnessed. I don't know, is horror comics, getting popular? I have no idea. This is Mallory number 3. And it was also autographed by the artist Scharf. I think this one is really interesting because it sort of looks like, what the comic would have been just before it was colored, if it had been colored. I'm not disappointed in the artwork because I enjoy the artwork. And here is number 4. It's kind of a funny cover there. This one's autographed too by the artist, and she even drew that in the corner. So that makes this even more special to me. I know somebody out there saying, well, that these people draw stuff for people all the time when they come up to the table and yada yada yada. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but she did for me, and I enjoy it. And then I did get some classic comics while I was there because there was a vendor. And the first 3 are the Transformers, back when Marvel was writing them. This is back in the 1980s. And all these classic comics that I got are from Marvel. Flee while you can, Buster. Megatron is the mightiest of Decepticons. I may not survive. Transformers, more than meets the eye. That was issue 7. This is issue 20. This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Autobot. Draw. And then this is issue 33. You won't believe it. Your eyes will bug out. An explosive saga from the House of Ideas. Back when it was the House of Ideas, and instead of what it is now. And the next 3 you may not believe, but if I can conjure up a little bit of this. Da 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 da. Yes, at one time, Marvel Comics did publish a mini-series about the A-Team. I knew about this quite some time back and wanted to get it for myself, but knew it was probably next to impossible. And then I went to Tricon, and I was going through a box and found all 3 issues. All the action, all the thrills, now in their own Marvel comic, the A-Team. And of course they had to do it when, I guess, Amy Allen was part of the team. And this is issue 2. They're all here. The Face, Howling Mad Murdoch, B.A. Baracus, Amy Ellen, Hannibal Smith, and the action never stops. B.A. battles the Sumo. And then I love the third cover. TV's blockbuster adventure show is now a Marvel comic. And this is Murdoch. Good thing B.A. is still asleep. If he wakes up before we hit the ground, we're all in trouble. Flight of the Redbird. Da 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 da. Now for the next 4, we're going back to 1978. To know her is to fear her. Spider-Woman, number 7. Stop! If you press that button, you'll doom us both. It's too late, Spider-Woman. If I'm defeated, I'm taking you with me. Crisis. Number 10. At a Hollywood party, Spider-Woman confronts a new, strange being, but is she friend or foe? Where flies the gypsy moth? Number 11, Death Duel with Brother Grimm. And then the last one, if you are sensitive to this type of image, then close your eyes. Number 12, The Last Tale of the Brothers Grimm. And when I say sensitive, I'm talking about, people who are adults who wouldn't like a cover such as this. I'll go through these again because these covers are just so beautiful. Look at that. And this is from 1978, where you didn't have to make a cover really laid down with a lot of color like they do today to make it pop, because they knew how to make comics pop out at you. Now this one is an anthology book called Miscellanea. It is, let me see. Oh yeah. By EMP. It's Electromagnetic Press. And these are all the people who worked on it. Look at all those names. Normally, you only see that many names if a book is, a milestone book or something. But this is the first issue. And I can't remember if it is a science fiction book or what, but it's got some really good artwork, all black and white, and I think between the stories it may give some detail about the characters. These are just really nice. This lady right here, she reminds me of Aunt May for some reason. And this is more of a, I don't know. I think this is meant to be, humorous. Need for Speed. Yeah, that was a humorous comic, and this one's a little bit darker, I think. It's got a lot of different writers in here and artists. It's really cool. Miscellanea on Electromagnetic Press. Then another one on Broken Icon Comics is called Stay. I will admit This is a very short story, and I did not understand a bit of it. And I read this very carefully from start to back. But this is supposed to launch a new series for Broken Icon Comics in 2020. Now, another trade paperback that I got from Broken Icon Comics was Nightmare Unknown, Ogden Falls. I think they described this to me as a mix of Western meets horror. I'm not sure about that, but I was given a... I was given this. I'm not sure if someone drew this for me or if it was already there on the table. But hey, it's mine. Oh, look at that! Right in the head. And I can tell you that this trade paperback is all black and white, and it's still on the Broken Icon Comics website, and I'll have that linked in the description box below. I don't know how big Broken Icon is, but they've got some interesting titles. Now the next one comes from this company called Wayward Cross Studios. And this is just a little flyer of, I guess, featuring their different comics. The one I got from them is a miniseries titled Shadow Veil. Now, this cover should appeal to any anime fan, as it did to me, of course, because of her, those green eyes, and of course her beautiful physique. And it doesn't give any information about the story, but it is autographed. They did autograph it for me. It's black and white, like all these are. And that girl is in there, quite a bit. And this page, it tells about the story. Eventually I'll get around to reviewing Shadow Veil. And here's the very first issue. That was issue 0. For some reason here, this guy reminds me of oh, come on, Archer from Fate, Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. And this is also autographed, and a short sketch was actually done there just for me. And there's more focus on darkness this time around. A beautiful comic. And I just love those eyes, the anime eyes. That's an anime girl if I've ever seen one. And here's number 2. I think this is the same girl. This one was also autographed, and there's a short sketch down there at the bottom. That was drawn for me. One thing I can say about Shadow Veil is the artwork is consistent through all 4 of these. Or 5, excuse me. Because it starts with 0 and ends with 4. Autographed, and there's another short sketch. And it's chapter 3, Blood and Fire. I love this panel up here. Look at how the shadows cast across her face. This is why I believe you should take the chance to go to a local Comic-Con if you can. You know, if you can go to one that's affordable, you will most likely meet people who are just trying to get by doing the craft that they love. This was autographed and also a short sketch. And I like this panel too. Yes, I'm subject to the anime girl. She may not have been intended to be drawn as an anime girl, but she was in several places. Now this next 3 are a complete story series, and I cannot pronounce that, but AMICVLVS Secret History by Travis Horseman, and I can't pronounce that either. I'm guessing it's Italian. Autographed for me. And this one is in color. Starts off saying, in the late 5th century, the Roman Empire was divided in half between East and West. In AD 476, barbarian conquerors forced the last emperor of Rome from his throne and sent him into exile, ending the Roman Empire in the West. But the Eastern Empire, ruled from Constantinople, survived. 60 years later, and this one has like beautiful artwork. It's in color, really gets my attention. I don't know what the author is doing now, what else he's going to be doing, but he did a great job, because it was just 2 people doing this. And this is the second book. Autographed for me. And it continues the beautiful artwork in color. That was my biggest draw to it, but that it was actually in color. I love it. And I will eventually get around to reviewing this. You know, all three parts, but not at the same time, because these are thick books. I think they were $15 each. And look how thick. Those are pretty thick. Yeah, they're $15. And this is the third and last one autographed for me. I don't know what that says, but maybe somebody else that's viewing this knows what it says. I'm guessing that he liked to use these Roman titles that I can't pronounce, but it goes with the story because this is a history of, or a secret history, as he puts it. Oh, that's nice. Look at the detail on that skull. Epilogue 2. Finish. And in the back, it has a long list of credits. And the last three are from Electromagnetic Press. Is that right? Yeah. Electromagnetic Press. This is called The Omens. It's autographed for me by, I guess, Laurel Morgan. No, not Laurel, but Larry Morgan. And the artwork is easy on the eyes. It's most certainly a scary type story. I'm not sure if I would actually say horror, though. Perhaps it is. This is number 2, autographed for me. Beautiful cover. And the inside looks like, you know, really classic lettering. Look at the detail, the shadowing and lighting on these pages. Much different from the first one. But then it goes from dark to light shadowing again. Just wonderful. And I will have the contact information for this company in the description as well. This one's autographed for me too. She knows she's in trouble, so she's hiding. This is number 3 of The Omens. Again with the really detailed artwork. I would even say stellar. Look at that. This is her hair, but it's woven in a way that it just, I don't know how to put it. Slam, blam, wham. You can't get many of those around in comic books anymore. And there she is again. I think these are details about the characters, I think. And you gotta love these guys. Look like Men in Black, just with blood flowing from his eyes. So that's what I got for Tricon 2019 this year. And I will be going back to the next Comic-Con in 2020. That one will be called Huntington Toy and Comic, or Huntington Comic and Toy Convention, or something of that nature. But anyways, I'm gonna have a lot of fun just going through all these different books and reading them and reviewing them, and also some other stuff I can show you that I brought home. Or these cards. If you don't have a business card, then you're up the creek without a paddle. Because, our minds are not like steel traps. Sometimes you can tell me something, it'll go in one ear and out the other. But with something like this, this is a bookmark, it has the electromagnetic press, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's a second Instagram address. I don't know. But with these, I don't have any excuse for losing their contact information. And I haven't got this yet, but they have another series called Believer. And this is for Miscellanea. This is also has their contact info on the back. And you will recall seeing me standing with some Star Wars type people during the slideshow. Well, this little card says Garrison Cornetta, all-volunteer organization with over 12,000 members worldwide who are dedicated to giving back to our communities. Visit our website for information for requesting an appearance or on becoming a member. And I can't even read it and without squinting my eyes, and even then it's kind of difficult. Yeah, I can read it if I squint my eyes, although it's very difficult. And this is business card for an Amanda Scharf, who autographed some of the Broken Icon books for me. And let's see here. Also, I got this from Electromagnetic Press. EMP loves me. It says peel here. It's a sticker. And then here's the Wayward Cross Studios flyer. Has their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So I hope you all enjoyed looking at these books with me. And I hope you do go to your local Comic-Cons and support the local artists who come out there to sell their wares, because they're looking to make some money to support themselves, using the craft, the that they know and love. Well, I am Michael for Spirit Comics. Thank you again for stopping by here. I hope this recap of Tricon 2019 and showing you everything that I hauled home from there. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to click like and comment and share this video around. I thank you so much. Till next time, I am Michael for Spirit Comics.